clearly a delightful character. He's full of energy, he's full of beams. He clearly finds these photo opportunities very...
Royal enthusiasts and onlookers around the world were shocked to see Prince Louis in photos from the Easter celebrations. What seemed to be a normal royal outing quickly gained widespread attention online. Social media users were shocked and excited by his Easter transformation, with several even saying they barely recognized him at first. Has Prince Louis really changed that much, or is the reaction to his Easter appearance overblown? In the end, what title of royalty will he obtain? Please use the comments area to express your opinions. In order for us to keep giving you royal updates like these, please subscribe. Prince Louis's incredible transformation. The story of Prince Louis's growth into an important member of the royal family begins with his early years. On April 23, 2018, the world celebrated the arrival of Prince Louis Arthur Charles. Born a royal prince, he rose to third in line for the throne, but his title wasn't the only thing that people immediately recognized. In his first official picture, his tiny fingers were curled around his mother, Catherine, Princess of Wales, displaying a kinder, closer side. He was not merely a prospective king. He was a cherished younger sibling and a cherished son. His christening took place in a solemn, private ceremony in the Chapel Royal, which was steeped in ancient traditions. He wore the well-known Honiton lace baptism robe, a distinctive outfit that has been passed down through the ages. This same clothing had been worn by his great-grandfather, King George VI, his father, Prince William, and his grandfather, King Charles III. It was a powerful reminder of his legacy, history, and regal destiny. This was the impetuous, funny, and pure young royal Louis that everyone had known and loved for a very long time. He had a noteworthy public debut at Trooping the Colour in 2019. People were immediately won over by his excessive waving, exuberant energy, and charming interactions with his grandfather. His famous meme-worthy faces from the palace balcony, of course, were also recalled. Then came 2022, the year of Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee. Once again, Louis was the main attraction, but this time it was much more relatable. A loud jet blasted overhead, and he gripped his ears in shock. In quieter moments, he also yawned loudly and dramatically. He was reminded by everyone in attendance that he was still a little boy despite his royal status. His sister Princess Charlotte's gentle reminder to be quiet, as any older sibling would, was one of the most endearing sequences. This simple, sincere family moment instantly resonates with people across. However, things began to change with time. At another Trooping the Colour occasion in 2023, Prince Louis started to display a different side. He was still content and full of life, and he still had that radiant, infectious smile on his face. But suddenly there was more, a sense of calm, confidence, and even regal elegance. In the carriage, he sat suitably beside his mother and sister and studied his surroundings. His waves were more calm and graceful, and his eyes followed the soldiers' precise movements. The playful energy was still there, but it was being shaped and guided now. This was not an unintentional modification. As he grows up, Prince Louis is surrounded by positive role models. Princess Charlotte, his sister, who already possesses extraordinary confidence and natural leadership qualities, watches and learns from her. He also admires Prince George, his older brother, who bears the quiet responsibility of becoming a future monarch. Because of the way she gently directs him at public moments, almost like a miniature mentor, showing him how things work. Many people even affectionately refer to her as the boss. George is teaching Louis the importance of duty, patience, and responsibility. Their father, Prince William, has often stated that he wants to raise his children as normally as possible, but he is also carefully preparing them for the roles they were born into. And it's clear that Louis is starting to understand this balance. He is learning that a simple wave may make people happy who have been waiting for hours to see him. He is starting to realize that a smile can brighten someone's whole day. He is gradually coming to understand the significance of his presence. His progress is so fascinating to watch because of this perfect balance. At home, he remains a lively, playful, and mischievous youngster, but in public, he is progressively becoming a confident, graceful young prince. Instead of losing his charm, he is learning how to maximize it. What was his upbringing? Did he get the royal treatment he desired? Let's look into it. Childhood of Prince Louis. A prince does not grow up alone. He is shaped by long-standing traditions, guided by a strong sense of duty, and most importantly, raised by people in his close neighborhood. Every day, Prince Louis's family teaches him everything he needs to know about life in the royal family. The well-known adage, "It takes a village to raise a child," perfectly captures his experience. In his case, one of the most famous families in the world resides in that area. This close-knit and powerful family is led by his mother, Catherine, Princess of Wales. In his calm and grounded upbringing, she has been the most dependable and caring influence. She immediately decided to get deeply involved in his life. She was not solely reliant on staff. She was present at every moment, no matter how big or tiny. She was often seen pushing his stroller by herself on the way to school, sometimes even without substantial security. Catherine has often talked on the importance of a child's early years. She has so provided Louis with a strong emotional base that gives him a sense of security, love, and confidence. She is also his first teacher when it comes to learning about royal life. At public gatherings, she often stoops to his level to gently explain the situation, the people involved, and what he should do. She reassures him during those moments to ensure he never feels overworked. More importantly, she leads by example by being amiable with the public, paying close attention, and being genuinely pleasant. She teaches Louis that being strong does not mean being cold. Instead, she shows him that strength and kindness are complementing qualities that are essential for a modern ruler. For Louis, royal duty is more than just an idea. Every day, he sees his mother demonstrating it with dignity and purpose. His father, Prince William, has a different but equally important influence on his child. As the future king, William is a representation of responsibility and authority, but at home, he is also a committed and active parent. Louis can see both the relaxed father and the formal royal figure. William is the one who schedules fun family activities, takes his children camping, and enthusiastically supports their athletic endeavors. He is renowned for being the strictest father, enforcing discipline and accountability. He helps Louis understand the seriousness of royal duty while also teaching him the importance of having fun and taking time away from the spotlight. Because he was exposed to a lot of media attention as a child, William is quite protective of his children. He is careful to introduce public life to Louis gradually and gently so that he can get used to it at his own time. Additionally, William and Catherine parent with composure and consideration. Instead of using harsh punishments, they use a method known as the chat sofa. When a child misbehaves, they take them away and speak with them in private. After hearing the child's side of the tale, the parents explain what went wrong and the consequences. They don't shout. This approach helps Louis and his siblings understand their conduct while also making them feel acknowledged and appreciated. Another important part of Louis is his relationship with his siblings. His older brother, Prince George, will ascend to the throne. Through George, Louis gets a close-up look at the pressure and responsibility that come with being the heir apparent. Like any other brothers, they may argue about games or toys. But George also represents a path that Louis won't have to take. Being the youngest son gives Louis more independence. Seeing George helps him understand the significance of fate, while also providing him with the chance to create a more flexible and modern position for himself in the future. His sister, Princess Charlotte, has a special purpose as well. She is often seen as both his naughty collaborator and his silent mentor. During public gatherings, she helps him gently by indicating where to stand and when to wave. She is confident, kind, and cautious of her younger brother. Their bond deftly combines the carefree world of children with the serious world of royal duties. Compared to only his parents and brothers, Louis has a lot more support. Queen Elizabeth II's wisdom continues to have an impact on the family. Family is about community as much as blood, she once said. For Louis, this includes advisors, members of the royal staff, and long-serving palace servants who have seen generations grow up. They provide direction, backdrop, and security. On the other side of his life, his grandparents and Aunt Pippa Middleton provide him something equally valuable, a sense of daily life. Time spent with them is said to be easier and more relaxed, full of customary family pleasures, away from royal duties. These occasions serve as a reminder that there is a world outside of the royal spotlight where people can live in peace and quiet, and they help keep Louis grounded. All of this guidance is already beginning to show in his early public appearances. Events like Trooping the Color used to be a huge, exhilarating show for young children, but now they are educational opportunities. He observes the warriors more intently and begins to understand their function. He is growing more aware and receptive, even if he still exhibits his playful side. The Wales family's intimate bond, humor, support for one another, and evident love may be the most important lesson of all. Louis learns that, despite the importance of loyalty to the crown, family and dedication are what truly make anything possible. As Prince Louis ages, his role will unavoidably grow. The content youngster in knee-high socks and shorts will eventually enter a world of responsibilities, titles, and expectations shaped by hundreds of years of tradition. When the time comes, he won't be entering there by himself. He will always have the love, guidance, and support of his family. What is ahead for Prince Louis? What will be his formal title and royal position? Let's look into it. Prince Louis's future. His official title since birth has been His Royal Highness, Prince Louis of Cambridge. This title comes naturally as the son of the Prince of Wales. He has a birthright to it. Prince William was named Prince of Wales by King Charles III after the death of Queen Elizabeth II. At this point, William promised loyalty and duty. As a result, the family's titles were changed. Prince Louis thereupon assumed the title Prince Louis of Wales, His Royal Highness. Everything will inevitably alter again when his father William takes the throne in the future. His older brother George will become the next heir apparent and take on the title of Prince of Wales. At that point, Louis will only be called His Royal Highness, Prince Louis. Things become even more fascinating at this point. One of the most important occasions in a young prince's life, according to royal tradition, is his wedding day. History gives us many clear examples. The second son of Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Andrew, became Duke of York after marrying Sarah Ferguson in 1986. Prince Edward, the youngest son, married Sophie Rhys-Jones in 1999 and became the Earl of Wessex before becoming Duke of Edinburgh in 2023. Prince Harry also received the title Duke of Sussex upon his marriage to Meghan Markle in 2018. As a result, the pattern is rather obvious. When a royal prince marries, he usually gets a noble title, most commonly a dukedom. As a result, if Prince Louis chooses to get married, it is highly likely that the Queen will grant him a dukedom. That king will probably be his father. King William V. One well-known option is the title Duke of York, which is typically given to the monarch's second son. Prince Andrew presently holds this title, which was previously held by King Charles prior to his appointment as Prince of Wales. However, since the title may only be returned to the crown after Andrew's death, it would not be possible to obtain it before his death. Despite this, Andrew's past problems make the title contentious. As a result, the royal family may decide to temporarily put it away. There are other choices, but many of them are unlikely. The titles currently held by older members of the royal family, such as Duke of Gloucester and Duke of Kent, will pass to their own children instead of the main royal line. Alternatively, King William may choose to bring back an antiquated title like Duke of Albemarle or Duke of Clarence. Another option is to create a completely new dukedom, maybe one that is very meaningful to Louis or the family. He also has another option. As opposed to his uncle Edward's dukedom, he might first be granted a lower title, such as an earldom. William is believed to support a more modern, straightforward monarchy. It is essential to comprehend one important fact. Louis will never be the Prince of Wales. Therefore, Prince Louis's story is everything but a straightforward account of a young prince growing up in the public eye. A future that is still unwritten, full of pressure, expectation, and subtle change, is hidden beneath the polished appearances and well-managed moments. We are seeing the development of a royal identity in a time when tradition and contemporary realities are continuously clashing, not just a child growing up. Every minor change in conduct, every gesture, every appearance, all contribute to something far bigger. A readiness, a change, a future that will ultimately claim its historical position. However, the true question still stands. Will Prince Louis go the already established route, or will he reinterpret it in a way that nobody anticipates? Because change doesn't happen very loudly inside the monarchy's gates. It takes place in quiet, in nuanced moments, and in tales that aren't fully revealed until much later. And this might be one of those tales. Join us as we continue to reveal the realities concealed behind royal walls. Because nothing is ever as easy as it seems in the world of the crowned secrets.